Hi, and welcome to Living Title IX with Betsy. That's me. This week we are talking about some complicated stuff, so please bear with me. But really, it's one of those you absolutely can't make this up, and one arm of the government is not talking to the other. So here we go. Hold on tight. The definition of fondling may change or will likely change in your definitions as we're moving forward. We are looking to get more guidance from the Department of Education on this area. We have asked a directed question and hope to get you more information as soon as possible. But let's talk about how we got there, and then I'll talk about what the change is. So how did we get here? The 2020 regulations actually reference the FBI definitions. They reference Clery, which references the FBI definitions. So 2020 regs reference Clery definitions for any of the sexual assault offenses. Clery references the FBI definitions. FBI uses the NIBRS, National Incident-Based Reporting System, to define terms, including those that might fall under sexual assault, which included fondling, until June of this year. In June of this year, the definition of fondling was removed and replaced with criminal sexual contact. Criminal sexual contact now is the intentional touching of the clothed or unclothed body parts without consent of the victim for the purpose of sexual degradation, sexual gratification, or sexual humiliation. So this is a big deal because, one, we're talking about clothed or unclothed at least being mentioned for the first time. I think historically we've probably included both clothed and unclothed touching as, or over or under the clothed touching as fondling. But this definition takes out the word private body parts and just says body parts. So historically we've included a definition that might say what our private body parts are. Now that has been removed. And then it also includes sexual degradation and sexual humiliation instead of just that sexual gratification element. So again, this is a significantly broader definition of a potential touching. It's a little bit overwhelming because you've already written your policies, you've done all of this work, and no one told us about it when it happened in June. And so what you're seeing now is all of us who do this work in consulting and helping you all out are like, hey, wow, this happened, now what, right? And everyone's just now really realizing it because there was no grand announcement. The Clery handbook has not been updated with this definition yet, and there's been nothing from the Department of Education in terms of how this impacts OCR. Again, we've asked, we're waiting to hear back. But I want you to think right now, what in the world do I do? And that's where we're all struggling. But the first step is talk to your counsel about this change. We'll be sending out email blasts and information from ICS, but I want you to talk with your counsel about, hey, how does this definition change impact us? And what are we going to do about it? It could mean that you change your policy. It could mean that you change just the name or that you leave fondling and change the definition. There are a lot of different options that it could mean for you and your school. So we want you to talk about it. We just also want you to know about it and then kind of hold tight, which is what we're doing, to wait and see what we can figure out as some expectations from the Department of Education in this area, because this is not the intended definition of fondling that we had historically seen when the 2020 regs were drafted. So I think we all need a little bit of a wait and see, but especially on the Clery side, I think if you're a higher ed institution with Clery definitions, I really want you to talk with your counsel about that definition change. That will come first, in my opinion, and you really need to make sure that your numbers are going to match those reporting numbers correctly on the Clery side. And the Title IX side, it's going to impact what actually meets the Title IX threshold and what doesn't. So it's definitely a place to have conversation and an okay moment to say, we're just going to wait and kind of give a breath, figure it out, and then make the right change for our district or our institution. So coming at you with some wildness out of the Department of Education and the FBI, and kind of a clear dotted line relationship that's not flowing very easily right now, or smoothly right now, in order to keep all of us doing this type of work on the ground updated. So we are here for you. We're going to continue to update it, and we'll let you know just as soon as we have like some concrete answers. And I'll do an updated Living Title IX, and we'll definitely send out the emails to those of us who are community partners, and post on our LinkedIn and all across the board. So bear with us. This is a big change, but we don't want to overreact. So thank you again. We're so glad you're with us. Please, please, please make sure that you are laughing at yourself, as I've done through this entire thing. My printer's broken over here using a handwritten definition. Supporting each other and celebrate those small victories. Hey, I at least got this articulated for you all in somewhat of a cohesive manner. And maybe you're going to be like, no, it wasn't, Betsy. You have no idea what you're doing. But hopefully we at least got some good information to you. So hang with us. We're proud of you. You are awesome. And I hope you have the absolute best week. Catch you next time.